Welcome viewers, this is Winch here. I couldn't wait any longer. I had to get on board and play some Crysis 3 multiplayer. Thus far I've only played on the single player campaign, which has been a lot of fun. This video I want to show you a range of highlights and situations with this game, what you can expect to see if you're contemplating getting this game, which I strongly encourage you to do so. It's a heck of a lot of fun. If there's anything I want to show you in this video content is just how fun this game is. By far and away, it's a different feel than Battlefield 3. That's a game I've played a lot. I'm still playing a lot. Don't expect to see me just stop playing that game. I will continue to bring Battlefield 3 content. But with this game being on the PC, Crysis 3, I've been playing this strictly on PC, which is my first PC game. Check this guy out. This is just the stuff you can do in this game. You can rip up a pole out of the ground because you have these really strong nano suits. Rip up a pole, run around with it, bash people at it, which this guy's just about to do with me. Check it out. So I know he's coming for me. I'm like, oh crap, I got a sniper rifle. I'm not going to be able to do anything against that weapon of mass destruction. Get over here to the crash side, try to get an angle on him, and there he is on elevation, and he throws that thing. And of course, anytime you get killed from a player's perspective, you get to see the replay. And I thought that was just so cool. How you can just pick up something out of the ground and throw it at somebody. Right here, this is a clip of me shooting a guy in the head. I got that out of the highlight analysis there, and I've stuck that back in there so you can see it from the highlight reel, and I spliced it into that footage. But I thought it's just another little great aspect of this game of multiplayer is that at the end of the match, even though you just got your butt handed to you, you see this highlight reel and you're like, all right, cool. Now this is the Seth gunship. Now if you're familiar with Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 4, remember like the helicopter? Well, that's essentially what this is. You have kill streaks in this game. This is an example of one of them. I think you have to get 7 kills to get this thing unlocked. Of course, this isn't mine, this is another player's, but I'm just kind of screwing around shooting at the thing, trying to get some footage of it. That thing's pretty cool. It flies around. It's not completely deadly. Right here, the environments of this game and multiplayer are very interactive. Like, you can kick a car across a map in an attempt to, if you hit an enemy with it, you can get a kill with it. I don't ever succeed in doing so, but I do try on several occasions, and I'm going to be real happy when I do. Again, headshots, anytime enemy player gets one on you, you'll see that in the kill feed. Lots of fun. Whenever you kill an enemy player, it's not like camping. You have to actually go over there and get their dog tag for it to count towards your kill streak. But when you do that, bear in mind that you're kind of in an enemy spawn area, so they're going to be coming for you, just like they do in Kill Confirmed on Call of Duty. Now, I'm not here to compare the two games, Call of Duty and Crysis 3. They have completely different feels. This is more of a tactical game, but it's not quite as tactical as Battlefield 3, I wouldn't say. It's not as much emphasis, obviously, on teamwork. You don't revive your squad mates, you don't throw out ammo, anything like that. But there are several game modes, kind of like Conquest. This is kind of like Domination. Well, not Domination. They have a mode similar to that called Capture the Spears. This is called Crash Site, where you have a central located object and you try to go capture that position. There's scattered alien weapons throughout the game, which is the first time I picked up this thing. I'm like, oh, this is badass, but I didn't realize it only had 2 salvos, so I shot my 2 fires, screwing around, and then, of course, that drew attention to me, and I got an epic fail right there. You know, just lots of fun in this footage. I don't even mind dying. Those of you that don't know, I'm playing with the gamepad, and unfortunately, I'm sad to say, unlike the single-player campaign, which does have aim assist enabled, well, they do not have aim assist available in the multiplayer gameplay. So I'm having to go straight up here with just old-school gamepad against guys with controllers and mouses, but I still hold my own. And look at this orbital strike, another kill streak you can call in. I just thought this was so cool when you're in moments like this, focusing on sniping these guys, and all of a sudden there's this massive laser beam from space comes down, and just the sound, the look of that's like, oh, that's so badass. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, this is just so cool. Next thing you know, I'm getting like my head ripped off from a guy behind me. That's what goes on in this game. It's like, I don't know how many times, like, I'll be shooting a guy, and then there'll be another guy coming after me, and it's just so much going on. This is that highlight reel I was telling you about. This is, I didn't really show much gameplay of it, but this is the domination type game, Capture the Spears, where you have 3 kind of flag locations. You go over there, secure them. Lots of fun, very action-oriented game, but it's very balanced from what I've observed. It's very fluid. The controls are extremely tight. Here, there's an enemy player right now in like a mechanized unit. That's another kill streak you can get. He's over there, blasting away. So I pick up this laser alien thing. I'm like, oh yeah, let's go, buddy. I'm just shooting this thing at him. I don't even know if it's doing any damage, but sure heck getting his attention. And yeah, just the graphics. There is destructibility in this game too. Not quite like the Battlefield 3, but he shoots this thing and you see stuff blow up and stuff flying around it. Even though it's not much functional use to it, it just looks a lot of fun. As I'm focusing on this guy, of course, whenever you draw attention to yourself, a guy over here in stealth mode getting a headshot on me with a bow and arrow. I mean, would you see that in any other game? No, no, no. This game's just a lot of fun. I think there's a lot of depth to it too. There's lots of unlocks, obviously on your weapons you can upgrade, on your suit. Pretty competitive on PC. You know, again, this is my first real PC game coming from console. These guys got incredible Twitter, incredible Twitch reflexes, so they're really good. Obviously, with their control method with a mouse, they got a little bit of an edge on me over gamepad. But I don't think it's something I can't handle. Playing with the gamepad, I'm still limited, you know, just a little bit. But I think aim assist would really give us an even playing field. I hate to say it. I know that's a newbie thing a lot of people criticize, but you really just don't notice it. And just having that little millimeter whenever your aim is pretty close to the guy, I mean, milliseconds count in this game, so just having that little bit of edge would really help you out. Look at that guy going in for the fist. He failed. Took him out there with a gun at point blank range. You can just see the whole animation of him just throwing his whole body behind that punch as he missed me. Taking out this guy, and then I turn around here and I've managed to get this guy a point blank range with a elbow strike, which they've listened to in the community. Normally it would kill in one hit like it used to back in the beta version, but they listen to the community. Now it takes about 2 to 3 strikes depending on the player's health and whether or not they're in armor mode. So right there, example of how they've kind of nerfed the effectiveness of the melee attack in this game. But these maps, again, this is what I like about shooters. Maps are one of the most important aspects of the game, and another great aspect of Crysis 3 is the map design. It's not like Black Ops 2, or look at that. You know, you're right in the middle of action just to find out that somebody threw a grenade, bounced up off the wall, and took you out right in the middle of your glory. I mean, talk about intense action. It's not like Black Ops 2 where, you know, you're all confined in the little corridors and stuff. Everything's open, but at the same point in time, it's compacted enough to ensure that you have enough action going on at any given time, because you don't have like 60 players playing on these maps like you do in Battlefield 3. It's, you know, about a dozen or more, depending on the game mode and stuff. But for the most part, it feels very intense. It's very fluid, high-paced, obviously a beautiful game. I love how you can get on these turrets right here, kind of like a 50, well, I'll show you here in a minute. You can get on turrets throughout the map and get on like a 50 caliber machine gun, pull that out, then you can rip it off and walk around with it, which is cool. And those vehicles fly around the air. Sometimes in those maps you can hop on vehicles that are kind of orbiting the match, get on them and get on a gunner position on that too, and just kind of fly around. So that's another neat thing. It's not just eye candy that you see. There's actual functionality to some of the vehicles flying around in these maps. Gun balancing is neat. I like the looks, the sound, the feel of the weapons. Obviously, I haven't even scratched the surface. I know I'm really a big noob right now in this game. But I'm just showing you that this game's fun. That's what it all boils down to. I plan on bringing a lot more content with this game. I hope to get good with the gamepad versus the... don't mess with the guy with the big gun right here. Even though I got the drop on him, he just turned around and said, no dude, you know what I'm holding here? Yeah, it's a massive cannon. You don't want none. Nice little laser sight on that too, so he just shot him straight from the hip. Right here I got on that 50 caliber machine gun. And I'll splice in a highlight reel too as me pulling off some pretty cool headshot. Check this out. Shot right through that walkway, took him out. I thought it was pretty cool. And then you can rip this thing off. So I ripped it off and walk around and take this guy out with it. And it's great shooting from the hip, but apparently a guy across the map had the same idea as he's up there on his balcony with the same weapon. I get a crack up at moments like that, like, really? This guy had the same idea as me and I get killed by him? So lots of dynamic gameplay in Crysis 3. It's great functionality. Again, if you're coming from console, it's a pretty turnkey operation here to play with the gamepad. It's a little more difficult, but I think you can get it down. Here I am kicking a car across the map, trying to get a kill over there. If that touches any player, they're dead. So it's pretty cool that they kind of incorporated the interactive environments on this game. The weapons are fun, the sound's good, it looks great, and there's no denying when I'm playing this game I like seeing Orbital Strike come down. I'm just like, oh my god, you know. Lots of fun. As you can see there, I'm not terrible, I'm getting better. Obviously it's not the caliber of gameplay I'm used to seeing as a Battlefield 3 player on console, but coming to a new platform, considering my control scheme, I think I've got some potential. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I plan on bringing you more Crysis 3 content to come.